Hey guys, it's Stacy. So, never mind this, these are just balloons I got at one of the Oregon games. But I just wanted to make this video about how I became a Ravens fan because people just keep asking why in the world are you rooting for the Ravens? First of all, Ravens are not the kind of team that you should be talking about like this. And this is not a Ravens fan speaking in me right now, it's just the stats. I mean, if you look at them, we're not the best team in the NFL right now. If you look at the other teams the Titans or the Buccaneers or Jets or something, so if I were a Jets fan and you would say, why are you rooting for the Jets? This kind of intonation that you're using would actually make sense, but when you're talking about the Ravens, they're not nearly as bad, so just quit doing this. Anyways, why am I a Ravens fan? Well, this is kind of a long story. It's always too long to type it on ask.fm or in the comments for YouTube, so I'm just gonna tell you in the separate video so I can just send you the link to the video next time. So, as you may know or not know, from my accent, you probably cannot tell, I am from Russia, and I'm an international student at the University of Oregon right now, but I've also lived in Indiana for a year. It was 2 years ago, so it was my junior year of high school. In 2010, how old was I? I was 14? I don't know. I really like this band called All Time Low. I don't really listen to them anymore as much, but anyways, I was following them on Twitter, and one day they tweeted, "Go Ravens," or beat the Pats or whatever. And I just thought what is this? What are the Ravens? So I just simply googled Ravens, and I knew the Ravens are birds, obviously. Is that some kind of a club or whatever? The NFL team description came up, and I thought, okay, well, yeah, it's an American football team, and I say American football because in Russia we say football for soccer and American football for football. So, yeah, I say football now because I'm in America, obviously. And I did not know the rules for American football at all. Back then, I just thought oh, it's just there's this ball and they have to do something with it, but I didn't really care. Because the really popular sports in Russia are soccer, hockey, and boxing. Well, not football, that's for sure. And so I thought, well, okay, well, since that's an NFL team, that's cool, okay. So they're the fans of the Ravens. Then, a year later, I participated in this contest called Flex, which I've talked about a lot of times in my videos. It's basically just a contest for school students in Russia to participate and win the scholarship to go study in America for a year. We don't necessarily choose where to go. I mean, if I were to choose, I would say Baltimore, because the band that I like, they always referenced it in their songs, and I just thought, wow, that's such a cool place, I really want to go there someday, and I did, and you can check out my videos. I just came back from Baltimore. Anyways, when I got selected for that program and I got the scholarship, I thought, well, I'm going to America, and people are crazy about football there. That's what I heard, and that's true. And I should probably have a team to root for, and the only team I know are the Ravens, so I'll just be a Ravens fan then. And I knew that they were purple and white, and I thought, well, purple is kind of a cool color. It's actually my favorite color, and it still is. And my high school in Indiana was also purple and white, so I thought, that's a coincidence. I gotta be a Ravens fan. And then when I got to Indiana, I kind of followed I didn't really watch the games as much. I was in the pep band. We would play on football games, and when I would come to the games and play with the rest of the band, we would play during after a touchdown or interception or first down or sack or whatever happens during the game. And the bleachers in high school are really short. They're not tall. If you don't know the rules, you have no idea what's happening. So what I saw was just people clashing, beating each other over this ball, and they're running different ways. I don't know. I was just wondering what is going on. I do not understand what's happening. A couple weeks later, I was watching TV and a game came up, and it was Bengals and Ravens. When I was watching it, I was like, hey, that's that team. It's the Ravens. It's the purple colored, and I see it says Baltimore, and it also showed the lines, how many yards you have to go. That made so much sense to me. When I watched it on TV, I was like, wow, it's actually a pretty cool game. It makes so much sense. In the end, that the Ravens won that game, and I just thought, this is totally a sign. I kind of was a Ravens supporter before, now I'm transforming into a Ravens fan. I would just watch the Ravens games on Sundays. Yeah, and then eventually the Ravens got into playoffs. That was 2012, 2013. And so that year they got to the Super Bowl and they won it, and I was at the Super Bowl party and I was rooting for the Ravens. I had purple face paint on my face, and this is actually a shirt from that year when they were AFC champions. I just thought, wow, this is so awesome. I just started rooting for a team and they won the Super Bowl. That's blowing my mind. So 2012 is when I would say I started officially rooting for the Ravens. I have lots of Ravens things. I have a Ravens, like little, here I'll show you. My blanket is a Ravens blanket. There's this thing that I just took off my wall, which says you're in the Ravens fan zone, because when you get into my room, this is my dorm room, you are in the Ravens fan zone. And then I also have a toothbrush with the Ravens and a chapstick, this shirt, a hat, and another hat, and a scarf, and a lanyard. But yeah, so, and it's really sad that they lost to the team I hate the most. I hate Tom Brady, and you can tell me that he's the god of football. I don't care. I don't like the Patriots. So football has become my favorite sport. It's absolutely amazing. I always think about it. It's just when I watch baseball or basketball, I can't really root for the team as much because everything is so individual. But with the football team, like, it's just when you see the defensive team and they're all together trying to push the other team back, or you see the offensive line trying to score all together, so it kind of gives you a sense of a team. I honestly don't know how to explain this. It's just my favorite sport. I love football, and I think NFL is amazing, and I kind of feel like it does not get as much attention as college football does. College football is just students playing sports, so they're just glorified. I mean, I am in college myself. I mean, I'm in a big football school. I don't know what it is. I love college football, and it was really all amazing this year with the playoff and all the bowl games. Nevertheless, I do feel like NFL players deserve more attention because that's actually their job. They get paid to play, and it's not just like a scholarship type of thing. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I can talk about football forever. Yeah, so go Ravens. Oh, by the way, I forgot to mention, I actually got to go to a Ravens game. If you guys want to watch that video, I filmed it. It was just like a month ago that I went to a game in Baltimore. That was amazing because that was my first NFL game, and the Ravens won. I mean, why wouldn't they win? It was the Jaguars. For all of you football fans out there, you're awesome, and keep watching football. I'm waiting for the next season already. NFL just makes my Sunday so much better. I'll see you guys in the next video. So yeah, that's all. Bye. Hey guys, it's Stacy. I am in the hotel in Indianapolis. I just filmed a video tour of this hotel room, and I haven't done anything else.